Hey guys, it's Jason. People ask me all the time about pond cleanouts. So let's flash back to the first day of spring when Zach and the team were out here, and they'll walk you through the steps of what we did. So the first thing we're gonna do is I still have my net up from the fall. And the reason that I have that net up is, yes, it helps with the leaves, but then I also left it up over the winter time for predator control because I don't have any plants covering the pond. Step 2, we're gonna drain the pond.
We don't want to get this pump all the way to the bottom of the pond because that's where most of the muck and sludge is going to be. And we want to get the cleanest water to put your fish into our holding tanks. You see that water's clearer than it would be if we put that pump on the very bottom.
Step 3, we're gonna remove the pump and clean up any of the filters.
A couple of things that we're gonna look for at this point. We're gonna clean up our pumps. We're gonna take this cage off, make sure there's no mulch, heavy, nasty debris that's gonna be holding this. It's gonna cause this pump to work harder than it has to. And this is one of our skimmer filters. You can see all this sludge and muck. Now, this is just, if you think about this, just kind of like an oil filter or an air filter in your car. So springtime is a good time for us to take these out and replace them with a new filter pad.
So the fourth thing we're gonna do is catch the fish, put them on aerators, and put a net across the top. You always want to put a net across the top so they don't jump out. With the pond being empty, the easiest time to do aquatic plant maintenance is now.
We do fertilize your aquatic plants while we have access to them. The colors will be brighter, and you're really gonna see a difference.
We want to collect all the debris and everything that's settled in the rocks and in the corners, and we're going to remove that stuff by hand. We're going to pressure wash and rinse, and that is definitely going to be the most time-consuming part of the clean out. If your pond has any internal parts like ion gens or dosing systems, now's a great time to make sure that they are ready for the entire season. Make sure your probe is good size and going to make it through the year. If you want to replace it partway through the year, you can, but I recommend doing it in the spring. Before we fill it, while the pond is empty, you can see how those guys are hooking up the lights. If you want to add any, now's a great time. And if any lights are completely out, we replace them as well. So you can see that they're putting the fish back in, and what they did was they used the water from the tanks so that we didn't shock the fish putting them into new water. Then they're going to top the pond off with new water. Add pond detoxifier to make sure that we get rid of any chlorine, chloramines, heavy metals, or anything that is in the water that we don't want. So the final and most important step is to make sure that you're enjoying your water features all year long. Until next time, keep building your outdoor dreams.